game on Tuesday was balanced, canning the rotations with the anchor to back game, scoring 9. Reminder, she's the first player in triple-double against the Chicago's
because she's about to go to work.
The previous game on Tuesday is wnbahighlights against Natasha Howard, and much like Tuesday, Atlanta off. Back to Natasha Howard, 3 on the shot clock. Brittany Griner will line it up as
that screen, but
something that Steph White said in her post. Back for Atlanta, Ryan. A lot of those get it off. That'll be a turnover for Aggie. Tough as they get. But Tahina Pow as well. Aaliyah,
something they're working on and trying to fix.
WNBA all-time scoring list. Sending it back out to Pow. Tahina Pow going to the rim.
Few games of the season,
I would say. About when's the balance going to
points in her scores?
Boston would come out. She's picked up an early
because they need Aaliyah Boston in there to battle.
Tapping it out top, sends it to Rye. Jones going at Demirs Dantas.
Say over and over again
here in today's game.
I mean, I do a lot of these things, and so I think, and so showing up.
Attention, it is bold, it is fierce.
See the court and see the excitement around this as
girls club, and I just love the all perceived well on social media as well.
10 points for Atlanta. Was holding fever in Phoenix as well, so going right at Tahina Pow. That's her MO, as Bree Jones was
this game from 3, but she can knock it down. Team
Lexi with 5
offensively for your post players to catch.
So that's one thing, just understanding winning
very well as far as her mentality goes, to be faster paced, tougher, more.
Sophie Cunningham comes in. Indiana just 1 for 4
this last game, and we said
free throw line connects on a lot of minutes, but in the previous game, Bree Jones did it last game. Quarter. So they're hold for the last shit over. Cunningham.
They want to get it popping out here, and they're going to
minute mark.
But it's number on her as well. But I think it's effective.
1 possession game, just down at 3.
He hasn't hit a shot either.
Yeah, Alicia Gray was one of the 4. Dantas from outside. So we are all tied. Steph White, whatever she said, they have
arm.
7 points for Atlanta as the elite. Indiana gets the ball back. They can extend. Dantas from the same. Sophie Cunningham gets to work with. In and out.
Have those chippies underneath the rim.
3. Long heave.
Anything off.
Kelsey Mitch.
For this moment. And when I asked him, Priest, I wanted to hear what they had to say. And right away.
And it's been because of a different dynamic to this team
in the free agency in the offseason. And that's 11 points. Officials, huge impact for Indiana off of.
Gonna try to get Gray going.
Kelsey Mitchell, long. Griner looking to create some space.
You get impatient when you have an.
Kelsey Mitchell mentioned about the adjustments, take her off the block, but wnbahighlights
too. That's something they both worked on in the offseason.
Atlanta's 19 points. It's different to see Caitlin Clark, who's on
first quarter. We didn't hear a lot of whistles. That's
dead ball. Boston to Bree Jones, lines it up.
Knocked down that 3 ball. And I think it was the way the first quarter ended.
Something that Caitlin Clark mentioned in the last game. Another, the dump pass on the inside, going against Ryan Howard. Pulls up, baseline, good to go.
But she got Pow on her feet. She just hesitated.
Went in. Ryan Howard trying to return the
pass and have been the aggressors
through their lulls on both sides, but that they made on the defensive end, especially
about just the mentality and mindset that those
for the Fever. Bree Jones,
the view of Bree Jones.
Conversation with
Alicia Gray for Atlanta with 3 fouls.
The season with back-to-back double-double.
Left side.
Natasha Howard of the bench. Atlanta.
Shot clock as Howard slips through and kicks.
Easy dish on the inside. Started this game 1 for 4. Going against the committee, lost the handle.
A minute and a half left in this game. And
Gray found the space. Comes the Jets. Consecutive buckets for Indiana.
Naz Hillman.
Sorry about that tab, less than a minute. And an offensive foul
right now on how to hold the screen and not have.
Aaliyah Boston with 3 as well. After Howard pulls up, triple. Team, I got to create ways to get my Caitlin Clark.
Fouls, but credit Atlanta's defense.
Tahina Pow will have to send it from only the 3 fouls as Natasha Howard.
Depth at this Indiana team. And Atlanta
for bench points, 15.
6 points. That first half, the second half a little bit smooth.
Big news here as Caitlin Clark
Should call the game there, have a tough job, and
He asked for pace. Oh, first quarter, she didn't even.
Points for her in that first half seemed like they were hard.
Pounding Atlanta by 3.
They're leading the scoring for the Fever.
So far for Natasha Howard in this.
She was straight up, but she slightly came down.
Hole. Team Atlanta trying to find their way back. Natasha Howard, pow from the corner, gets it. Mitchell, a little two-man game in her stint with South Carolina. Sophie Cunningham working her way to go. Atlanta actually with the win on behind the back and just shinging up the floor. Tahina Pow again.
To South Carolina, so there's familiar. In Canada saying she's been walking her throughout the.
It's been by committee as Kelsey Mitchell.
Couldn't believe that she went in the second.
Also for Atlanta, looking to inch and 10 and 3s made.
In the moment, it might seem like you're not moving.
Allowing the dribbler. Sophie Cunningham outside numbers finds Mitchell off the bounce, is able to get to the rim. The two-time champ spent time Indiana with hole in the post,
and she's known for her shot blocking ability.
Dia lines it up. But
that we talked about her shooting last season and how
who would have thought Atlanta 5? Who had that on the bingo card?
For Atlanta.
Backdoor more move
down there. They got to get her a little bit more.
Another offense. Have to allow the guard in the post
course of action.
Caitlin Clark. DB got the angle.
When you go to the rim, and Howard. So I like that she's made this
3 fouls on DeWanna Bonner. Clark found a
sleep.
Caldwell dish underneath and knocks Hill.
This game. Both sides.
G on the bench right now is 5.
In a halftime, they are sitting at 11. So that's exactly what they have to do. They've got to put Ryan Howard wants these things to try to win this game.
DeWanna Bonner, quarter 3.
And had 0 last game. This is
finding Nia Coffey. Caitlin Clark finding a way to, we don't talk about enough, her ability.
Howard, Caitlin Clark, I mean, she's staying in this game for her team.
15 double-doubles, 3 triple-doubles. Biggest lead for Atlanta. Pressure, no one slides over to guard on the floor right now for Atlanta. She has 5. Gray had all the time she needed.
Defender in the dust.
Taking on the committee, pull up, just have 4.
And even though the middle of that third quarter, where she got her
Ryan Howard, too strong.
How did he know how to pick sides?
I don't know. Touch going at Natasha Howard. Gets the back door.
Game 3.
Ryan Howard has been more aggressive. 5th foul, rather, on Lexi Hull. Howard was able to. Kelsey Mitchell, it's the contact. The season they dropped that one. Close game. It actually came down to see the kick out. Natasha Howard had
out, but long shots, long rebounds. Being intentional about 5-on-4, 5-on-3. You got
last 3 attempts. And Kelsey lines it up.
Game with their shots. She remembers that sweep from last season.
Howard coming back, trying to get the foul.
And this is the Ryan Howard we'd love to see. I
changed for Ryan Howard sitting at 20.
That some of these were the ticky-tack foul.
Natasha Howard to make this a 1-point game. Howard trying to find something against Hull. But
you just a little bit.
It's okay.
I was looking at the bottom. Here comes that Georgia Tech math.
There it is. Yellow. It's 0 for 4 from outside.
And the free throw line, I got more boos.
We can't win, can we?
0 for 5 from 3 in this game. Go over Lexi Hull. Ellen, who has fouls on the floor.
Double figures for Atlanta.
But
has been flipped. Denied by Nia Coffey.
Ford had a chance at that one, but my goodness.
Nia Coffey left alone, high arc.
Carl Smesco preaching
for Atlanta. Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hull. Kelsey lines it up. Her first, Ryan Howard. Now 4 fouls.
I think the crowd is.
Caitlin Clark missed lines. We mentioned the new faces
that have kind of switched. Arm. And remember,
foul. Leah Boston with forward can tie it up.
And who did you say have 5 fouls?
Offense, defense from them though. Up finds Aaliyah Boston. What to do is another. Making her, she was disappointed in the.
Talking about the starts that they had to both.
Tahina Pow
and the fans in the building who've been on their.
Atlanta led by 9. crazy things in that next game. And inbounds, finds Gray. Gray, each other 2 more times.
It's going to be a juggernaut the next 2 times. Coaches cleaned up some things that they wanted to about.
Sure.